Well, David Tuckman here for AVA Poker. It's Magic Monday, folks. That's right.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, look at these hands.
Kings are good. We are heads up. The double elimination. I love double KOs. Whoa.
No, he calls, and it's going to be over.
I've got a keyword giveaway, Nick.
This is for another $109 ticket.
We're going to go with Madrid.
Type Madrid in chat. Type it. Wants to win.
There's a ticket. Oh, Banfield had a big one.
Oh,
Banfield.
The Jillians.
Oh, wow. What a run out.
Hello and welcome to another Magic Monday here on 888 Poker. We are delighted to be with you. Nick Wealthall and guest host Josh Manley standing in for David Tuckman, who's on trial for pretending to be a rabbi. We hope he gets that straightened out in time for next week. Josh, how are you? Great to see you.
I'm fantastic, thank you. Always a pleasure to be here. Magic Monday, when you're asked to do it, it's like such an honour. So this is my honour to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
You're very, very welcome. We're delighted that you could do it. And you're telling me you've got a little bit of Vegas FOMO at the moment because you're not out there. True.
Unbelievably, yeah. So after seeing a few of my friends back for day 3, including Aaron Baroni, but even worse, Nick Eastwood, the FOMO is absolutely intensified. Luckily for me, I bought insurance of the anti-sweating of Nick, so I have a piece of his action just in case he cashes. I have a little piece.
Okay, that sounds very wise. It's a bit like regular viewers will know because of Nick Eastwood as well that I'm a Liverpool fan. And sometimes when they're playing a big final or something, I'll bet on the opposing team because money actually soothes you emotionally. So is this what your stake in Nick Eastwood is?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, absolutely. So it's just the insurance of the eventual misery of him holding over me forever. I cashed for 100K, Josh. What have you done? At least I could say, well, I had a little piece of that. So.
Yeah, and I did nothing. I just sat at home. Yeah,
exactly.
More Vegas chat tonight, I'm sure. You are watching the 100K Mystery Bounty Main Event Final Table, brought to you by 888. Delighted to be with you once again for another Magic Monday, which means giveaways. It means the big boy giveaways are with us as well. We've got our usual ludicrously generous. I mean, I don't think it's ludicrously generous. I think you deserve it. But very generous 5 $109 tickets as we see our first all-in of the night. Already. Uncle Joe says, if I'm playing this, I'm playing it for everything. What does he have? 24 big blinds.
Seems pretty reasonable, although, I don't know, actually, is it reasonable? You know what? ICM is kind of weird. It likes to flat hands like this. Some people don't care, they're there to win. Oh dear.
So ace queen folds, which by definition makes Uncle Joe's play genius. That's not how it works, but kind of how it works. Hi to everyone in chat. Great to see you. EC22 Raincloud says, Nick is so locked in this main. Yes, he's basically won the whole thing. It's in the bag. No way. He's got 5,000 people still to get through. Literally the most ridiculous tournament on Planet Poker. So many players. Good to see you, Gelamonus, Qvi, Jay Tramus, One Good, Merciless, and all of you. I think Josh is having some technical difficulties. I can hear you, Josh. Can you not hear me? Yes, this is the final table. Soren Anki, I think we've got a couple of technical problems with Josh's end, but I will carry on and you can just enjoy his beautiful face. You can listen to me and look at Josh. What a dream combination. Hi, that Deprived King. Good to see you. Hi, Bougie, Doc Matouche, Player Quiller, Cindy Bear, Andy Rennick, the Crazy Scotsman, Astro Rash. Nasty Space Edition. EC Raincloud says, Nick Eastwood has bagged 113 big blinds for day 3. Yeah, I know. It's very exciting. Go, Nick. I can say that while Josh is having technical problems because he would correct me and say that would be painful. Imagine if he won the whole thing. Imagine all the years of whining and complaining about bad beats resulted in Nick Eastwood winning the main event. It would be quite something. So let's have a look at the poker. We are, as ever, 8-handed at this final table. And we're playing 35-70. And as yet, the big blinds per player are not magically available, which happens randomly on our final tables later. So you have to do maths for now, which means I have to do maths, which is awful. Couple of diamonds, one in each player's hand, as you can see. And Captain Crunch has the ultimate, either drawing to the nuts or blocker card, depending on whether he actually makes the hand or not. Hey, no money player. Hey, Sleepy the Old. Good to see you both. Hi, Leo. Yes, Nick is in the main event. Nick is in the main event. Ian is out. Sleepy the Old says 22 minutes till we go to big blinds. All guesses welcome. We've got our usual $109 tickets coming up. We'll play What Does Josh Manley Think? I think at the moment he thinks, why doesn't my microphone work? Which is very... I'm not a mind reader. I just think that's probably what he's thinking. And Captain Crunch makes a pair in the end. This pot got huge. As you can quickly see around the table, this pot is bigger than 3 players' stacks at the moment. Welcome back, Josh. Wasn't stressful for me. I would imagine it's incredibly stressful for you.
I was mildly panicked because, as soon as we start, the microphone just goes. The microphone that our lovely producer told me to buy, and this keeps breaking on me. What's that about?
In fairness, he didn't actually sell it to you, did he? It sounds like you went. It sounds like you went to Hayden's market stall. You bought a microphone, and now you want your money back. It's not.
Well, I kind of feel like I'm owed a refund from Hayden.
Okay, well, you two can work that out later, maybe.
Right, what did I miss?
You missed a big pot between Captain Crunch and Moon, me, Ander, which Captain Crunch won, and you also missed me speculating on how Nick Eastwood winning the main event would probably end poker as we know it.
Oh my goodness, it really would. I don't know if I could ever. I don't know. I'd have to quit the team. I'd have to quit poker. I just couldn't ever be around him ever again.
It would be rough.
Anyone else?
The only reason that it, apart from I don't mind if Nick wins money really, but the only thing that would make it tolerable from a spiritual point of view is the fact that it would totally disprove karma forever, wouldn't it?
Oh, completely.
I mean, if you've negative self-talk that much, and then you won the main event, that would be it.
Yeah, that'd be awful. I don't know. I'm already not looking forward to UKPL Liverpool, where I'm going to see him next. He's just going to be chewing my ear off about it because I know he's going to shut down now. Day 3, he's going to fold everything, just getting the money. And then he's just going to be like, Josh cashed the main again, and you didn't. And, God, every single conversation for the next year. It's not fair.
Have you played it yet, Josh?
I played it twice, and I've cashed neither times. I haven't played for 2 years now.
It's okay. I got you beat. I played it 3 times and cashed no times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't worry. There's always someone worse than you. That's the thing about poker.
What was your first year?
Oh God, I don't even remember. A long time ago now.
Not like pre-Moneymaker.
No, not pre-Moneymaker. No, I wasn't. I didn't play tournaments at all back in the day. I played like only cash, and at the World Series, I played so much cash. It was amazing. I hear it still is. Yeah.
Yeah, like even I go to the World Series and I'll sit and play, 2-5 cash and just clean up. And I'm not a cash game player. I have no idea what I'm doing, but everybody's giving it away.
It's almost like, especially in the first part of the World Series, and then around the main event time, there's like kind of 2 peaks. It is almost a feral atmosphere of people who've just like got pent up gamble in them and just like, do you know what I mean? They've got their budget and they want to put it in play. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, they throw that budget out there very, very fast as well, from what I remember. I played the daily deep stacks around the time of the World Series after I busted the World Series, and those were insane, like insanely soft fields. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was super fun.
It was like playing a free roll online. It was that level of, yeah. Oh, we've got a hand here, and we're going to see a call, by the way.
I think that's a fairly bold prediction.
From the Kings?
Yeah. And the Kings are going to get crushed on the river. Ninth hit. Wow. Alex mega kill. That is a mega kill. Turning ninth into a winner. Skill game.
Well, it seems like a pretty action-packed start. No bust-outs yet, though.
No, not as yet. This is the 100k mystery bounty main event. So the first prize is 8k. A lot of the other half of the prize money is obviously in the mystery bounties, and the big one went in 60th place. OG Dog finished 60th and won the 10k bounty. So must be nice. Well done them.
Must be nice. Have you ever played a mystery bounty tournament before?
Not much. I played a couple.
Mm-hmm. So I doubt you get around to playing that often anymore, right? Not really.
I don't play a super lot, and when I do, I play cash because I can start and stop when I want.
Yeah.
This is what I've always had this problem with tournaments. There's always this vibe they're a bit like school. You know, you're in, you can't leave.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I personally do love tournaments, but I couldn't do more than one in a day. I'm not the kind of guy who'll bust out of a tournament and then jump into the next one. I can't do that.
Right, like if you're a live event or something.
Yeah, no chance.
Aaron Baroni, who's also in the main event at the moment, just plays the absolute most extreme volume. It's amazing.
I think when he's not streaming, he can do about 40 tables at the same time, which is nuts.
That is nuts. Completely nuts.
Yeah, completely.
I don't even understand that, if I'm honest. Like conceptually, 40 tournaments at a time is just wild.
My maximum is 18, and that's my absolute limit. I can't do any more than that. But he'll just he'd go 40, and he's fine with that. And he's playing his like solid B game as well for the whole of that.
Do you think there's something innate about that? Do you think it's like literally how your brain functions or reasons or processes information, or do you think it's trainable? Like, do you think if you like really push yourself to add tables, you eventually could, or has he just got a different makeup of the way he thinks?
I think he's built his way up though, because he started playing sit and goes, and playing sit and goes, you got to put in tremendous volume. He'd play all the sit and goes going constantly around the clock, and it's definitely trainable because I remember when I could barely handle one or two tables anyway, as it was. But when I was getting into poker, there was a guy called Nanonoko or Randy Liu. You might remember him.
Yeah, I remember.
And he was famous for playing millions of tables. And on the old website Poker Table Ratings, I saw his graph playing like fairly low stakes, and that it was so possible just to play huge amounts of volume and make good money playing tons of tables. So I started training myself to do it. And that's how I got it to where I am at 18 tables. But it's a struggle to go much higher than that for me.
18 is pretty good though. It's pretty solid. So those people in chat, if you want to build up your volume, you can. It's a learned skill. You just slowly do it, I think, is the way forward.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did a couple every time I sort of felt ready to. It's about when you get your sort of autopilot game, so you don't really have to think about pre-flop very much.
Right. Yeah. So like Aaron's pre-flop, he'll just be absolutely dialed in, won't it? He'll just be completely automatic on different stack depths and so on. Absolutely.
But the problem comes for me if I end up getting like, well, obviously it's very nice, but if you get like a few final tables, all of them you got different stacks, and then sort of brain's got to be moving a lot faster, and yeah, you got a lot of different situations. So it's not quite so autopilot-y. It gets quite difficult then.
Yeah,
struggle with that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Very tough.
Very tough.
Alex Mega Kill is thinking about this, but potentially playing about 15 tables and just hasn't got around to folding this one. Potentially, unless he's all fired up from the nines and he's about to do something fruity.
Maybe he's thinking about it.
He's just playing 24 tables.
Do people day two like big tournaments and then play 24 tables though?
I don't know. The true degenerates do, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, you'd probably want to focus on this one. This is a big final table, 8K up top, and these players coming in with different amounts of bounties won. It is a mystery bounty. So let's have a quick look. Scotty's got the biggest haul. Scotty 1664 has 1,700 in bounties, which is pretty good.
It's pretty good. I see we've still got 1K bounty left as well, so that's quite a nice sweetener.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is a bigger jump than... So 1K is the jump between 5th and 4th. So that is a pretty significant prize.
Definitely. I think that will play into some people's decisions making when they're looking for bounty hunting, for sure.
Chat discussing how many tables they play. Con Martino says max is 14. Jedamona says 6. Wanunian is 8. Parabellum's 8. Easy Gamer plays 20. Wow. That's a lot, Easy Gamer. Sleepy the Old, I managed 10 tables and my brain went into meltdown. Yeah, the tough thing is as well, obviously, you can fire up as many tables as you have got time to enter tournaments or whatever. The question then is, how well are you playing? That's the other element to it. And it's sometimes a little bit hard to track your decision making. And that's true in poker generally, but definitely if you're like playing more tables, it's hard to know. I always found it hard to know if I added tables, what was happening to my win rate, because, you need so many hands to figure that.
It definitely falls apart quite quickly.
There's a free roll. It's free. And rolling's not required. You just enter, no problem. There's $500 in there. You could win your share of it. It's the 888 Poker TV special streaming free roll. The password is 07888F. Absolutely no idea what that means. No clue. Impenetrable. 07888F is the password. Good luck if you free roll with us.
We do need these impenetrable passwords though, because I have some kind of vague ones that I give out on my stream and people still guess them. Like, I think they spend a lot of time trying to get in, just so they can be in there before I give out the password, which is before the free roll starts anyway. People are crazy. They'll like put in like half an hour's worth of time to it.
I mean, you've got too much time if you're doing that. FR 07888FR. I said F, probably thinking of bras again. FR is the correct password. My bad.
Oh, we might see an all in here. Open from Vader, 3-bet all in from Scotty, I imagine.
Yeah, Scotty with I've got to do maths. So tiring. 13.5 big blinds. Standard all in here, Josh?
I'm pretty comfortable to go all in here, yeah. Don't love it, and rightfully so.
Yeah, definitely don't love running into the kings. Only an ace. There isn't one. And we've got our first elimination, Scotty 6064, who came in with the most bounties, so that's a bit of consolation. The actual cash. And 750 for his 8th place finish. And he leaves us 7-handed. And he was worth 19 cents, $53.19 he was worth. So we've got giveaways, Josh.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. $109 giveaways. How do you feel about that?
100, how many?
109. We've got 5 of them.
Do we?
Oh, yeah.
That's loads.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a joke. Wow, that's amazing.
So you've done this before. You're a pro. You're a veteran. You know a lot of things contest when confronted with one, don't you?
Certainly do.
Nice. So as we see a 3-bet, interesting 3-bet from Vanilla Vader.
I think this means they're the best player at the table. Usually the one who brings up the three. That's a bit of a tell, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, this guy's better.
Yeah, you don't underestimate a mega kill.
Wow, that is a...
It's a spunky monkey, isn't it? It's like that's... Talk us through that one.
If they've got queens there and they snap you off, it's just like such a punt, isn't it? But maybe it's there. Maybe they've got some history. I don't know. Like Alex Mega Kill seems to me like a bit of a reggae name. So I assume they're pretty good. I saw the production notes though, and I think they've got a pretty high ABI. Actually no, $13 average stake. I was completely wrong there.
I mean, it's impressive to go with a read in that spot at final table. But they were right.
Just fearless, yeah. Vader's actually got the biggest ABI of anyone, so probably will be the best player on paper.
For people new to abbreviations, ABI?
Average buy-in.
Average buy-in, okay, cool.
So yeah, they won the $500 big shot, sorry.
Oh, they did? Oh, okay. Yeah. So they've definitely got form. So that's quite interesting. So maybe Alex Megakill just thinks this guy's a regular, he's trying to bully me, and just went with it. Don't know. We don't see a lot of plays like that on these final tables, though.
No, you don't.
Bold. So we'll give away 2 $109 tickets, and we're going to do that by playing Loddon Thinks, except it's Josh Thinks. What does Josh think?
What
does
do I
Josh
think?
Manley think? Yeah, what do you think? So you must climb inside Josh's brain and figure out what he's thinking. And if you're the closest to what Josh is thinking, you will win a $109 ticket, 2 to give away. Lime is unfortunately ill this week. We hope she gets better soon. So Hayden is running the contest. He's, if anything, even stricter than Lime. He's not really. I'm just saying that to try and make sure everyone plays nice. 1 guest per player. 1 guest per player, or you may well be banned. Your entry may not count. 1 guest per player. Whoever's closest wins. Josh, I'm going to ask you the question. You're going to put the answer in our producer chat once you have it. Are you ready for a question?
I'm ready for a question. I'm actually really excited for this.
You're really excited. Oh God, I've got such a mundane question. I really have put no effort into this whatsoever. So, World Series of Poker themed, of course. World Series of Poker themed. I'm debating whether you can decide. Would you like a Nick Eastwood related question or a non-Nick Eastwood related question?
May as well go Nick Eastwood related. Go on.
Okay, chat. Listen to me carefully, chat. Listen to me carefully, because I'm not having you make Hayden's life difficult. You're guessing in round thousands, not odd numbers, round thousands, okay? How many chips will Nick Eastwood have at the end of day 3 in the World Series of Poker main event? Does Josh Manley think? How many chips will Nick Eastwood have, does Josh Manley think, at the end of day 3 of the World Series of Poker? He's starting day 3 with 200 and something, I think. Only guess in thousands, round numbers, no odd numbers, please.
So, wait. Repeat the question, please.
How many chips will Nick Eastwood have at the end of day 3?
Oh, my goodness.
He's starting day 3 with, I think, is it 220 he's got or something vulgar?
He's got like I think it's 280. He's got loads.
280, wow. How many will he have at the end of day 3? And this is a fun one, because what does Josh think? You're going to find out what Josh thinks about Nick Eastwood's chances on day 3. Lots of luck. Closest to win $109 tickets. If you put in a number, we're going to take that as thousands, obviously. So people have put in 149. That's 149,000, just to state the obvious. So we're guessing it's pretty clear. Good luck. Sorananki, the question is, how many chips will Nick Eastwood finish with at the end of day 3? He's starting day 3 with well over 200,000 in chips. Does Josh Manley think that's going to go up, go down, go up a lot, go down a lot? Busto, what does he think? And as if by magic, Sleepy the Old, you nailed it, didn't you? 23 minutes in, I think you said 22, but I didn't say exactly when it changed. Our graphics changed to big blinds per player. Josh, we don't know why this happens. It just magically happens after a certain amount of time. It's the oddest thing.
But it's also very helpful, so thank
Very
you.
helpful.
Thank you to the magic person that did that.
Very, very helpful. So Vader staying active. Picking up bots. Him and Alex Mega Kill. I love that name. The best thing is if they made that name when they were, just came of legal age, and it's now like 15 years later. And they're like, I was such a child. Why can't I change it?
Oh, I know so many people with embarrassing screen names that they made when they were like 18, and they still live with them now.
Excellent. I think they eventually changed it, but on Sony PlayStation, you used to not be able to change your screen name. And obviously, a lot of people started playing Sony PlayStation when they were literally 10. And then PlayStation kept going, and 10 years later, they had like ludicrously childish names.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely suffered that at one point in my life, I'm pretty sure, on Xbox. My old Xbox account, yeah.
Was it Big Bad Josh? You can tell me if it was.
It was something ludicrous, and it had all like the special like characters and all sorts of crazy stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back when I was well into my Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Nice.
Way back in the day, in the PS3.
The golden era.
The gold era, indeed. Oh, it's interesting.
PS3 and Xbox 360, yeah. Shove from Grindathon.
I wouldn't say this is a snap call, but makes the right call.
Yeah, Ace Jack for Uncle Joe is going to knock out Grindathon. If he doesn't catch, he doesn't catch. And that's a sizable pot. That's how short stat we are. Uncle Joe now has the chip lead. Grindathon is done. His Grindathon is over. Like Jon Snow. $53.20. Wait, are we rounding up and rounding down sometimes? So weird. Grindathon is out in seventh. $1,000 for him. That's pretty good for a grind.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Very, very acceptable. Plus 1,300 in bounties. Well done to them. Very good tournament.
Ooh. Yeah. By the way, it looks like we have a winner for the Loddon Thinks competition.
Yes, but we've got 2 tickets. Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's all right. I don't even think that is the contest even closed.
I'm just excited for it.
Yeah. Somebody got it exactly right. We'll tell you that much. I think the contest is closed, but I don't think not quite. Contest now closed. Hayden's right there. Boom. Thanks for playing, everybody. I hope you win. If it was up to me, you'd all win.
So we're giving away $209 tickets. We still have 3 left. Are we going to do the reverse of this? Do you want me to ask you a question later? Or we're not going to do that.
I can't reveal that at this stage.
Is that because you don't know?
No, because I'm putting suspense into the show.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Check the producer notes.
Okay. I should probably... I'm not so professional with the producer notes.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You're guest hosting. Because David Tubman couldn't be here because he's helping old people at his local care in the community facility. He's a giver.
You've been doing these things for many years now, commentating on poker. Have you ever been paired with someone who's just horrendous? You don't have to say who they are. That must have happened at some point.
Do you know what? It happened more back in the day. Like, it happened quite a lot really back in the day when we first started and poker players just weren't used to doing this stuff at all.
No.
So it happened quite a lot then. Probably like several people just really struggled to talk about poker, but they were like very good poker players. But now almost all of you have streamed. Mm-hmm. And it's just, obviously it's just like not a particularly demanding thing once you've done it a bit. But yeah, there were definitely some tricky gigs. Action flop here.
Yeah, we're going to see it go in. Here it comes. There it is.
It does. Let's race. Oldnall is in jeopardy and doesn't catch. The sevens hold. Captain Crunch wins. Oldnall is going to be our 6th place finisher. And they take home $1,435.
Not too bad.
Not too bad, is it? Reminding you, this is a $109 buy-in tournament, and it's a mystery bounty main event, so half in the prize pool, half in the...
oh, my goodness.
And we got a cool... Wow, between 1 and 2 in chips.
Yeah, but look at... They got ace 10 and the cutoff is going to go all in there as well. So it's going to be all in, I guess.
Any thought for the ace king to not play? I'm just exploring this for the viewers, Josh.
I think covering for 2 bounties, absolutely not. And also this... Uncle Joe's going to be way, 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 way lighter than Ace King a lot of the time just to get the bounty. Oh, he's flat as well. Well, it's going in.
Yeah, it's definitely going in there. Uncle Joe fist pumping until he sees he's in a race, and he's losing the race. Captain Crunch spikes the ace. He's going to knock out 2 players. That's exactly...
no, he doesn't.
No, Chop. Doesn't knock out 2 players. Moon Meander somehow finds a way to wriggle free of the noose. Uncle Joe is the unlucky loser. Moon Meander actually makes a little bit of money on the hand.
There it is.
Wow, and Captain Crunch claims the big boy.
1K. What a hand as well. I'd feel slightly aggrieved, though, if I was them, that I didn't get all the chips there, but details.
No, for sure. You got to be greedy at this game, and like that was tough to get out of with the ace 10. It's really tough to get out of. So let's tidy up the admin. David usually does the admin. I wish he could be here, but he's trapped under a wardrobe he was trying to assemble for him and his wife. Yeah, hopefully he'll be free next week. Captain Crunch knocks out Uncle Joe, is now the massive chip leader, claims the $1,000 bounty. Uncle Joe leaves us in 5th spot with $1,975 plus $1,000 in bounties. So they had a good run, despite ending a little bit earlier than they'd have liked. Captain Crunch is now a huge favourite to win this.
Yeah, our favourite right now, but don't write off Vader right now, because I think Captain Crunch may be, and I'm not sure, but maybe slightly less experienced. Just judging by some of their pre-flop raises. That's all I've got. Maybe I'm completely wrong there. I might be wrong. And maybe they're really good and they know something I don't. But yeah, that's not Vader.
It's an interesting tell. And if that is the case, not necessarily easy to stay cool. You actually sort of feel the reverse pressure, can't you, when you've got a big stack and you start to feel like you should win.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of feel like that sometimes when I'm chip leader four-handed and then I end up finishing 4th. I get really annoyed because I'm like, well, I should have won that, but that's not always the way it goes.
Definitely not. Obviously, you've got the most equity in the tournament, but that doesn't mean you've got 100% equity in the tournament.
No, exactly.
It's just how our human brains work, isn't it? Dire Restraints with an excellent line. Captain Crunch is a serial raiser. Well done. Well done. Well played.
If they want, they've got an opportunity to bluff here. But it would be a very ambitious bluff. Let's see if they go for it. They do. Would it work? It's very sus.
It's very sus. Alex Mayhill gets 3-1 on his money here.
Because without having much history with this player, because obviously only half an hour in, this for me may just be a spot where I look at it and go, oh, let's fold. Like, they've got it, I fold. Like, I can imagine them folding here. I can see it happening. They go for the call there. Good call, obviously.
Yeah, well done.
That'd be, for me, a spot I'd look at and be like, oh, they've just always got it. And I think I'm saving 5 big blinds.
I think the only thing that would dissuade you from that vibe is the fact that they've just won a big pot. I'm always like suspicious of players after they've just won a big pot and they get, positive tilt.
Oh, yeah.
They get overly excited that every pot is theirs.
That is definitely a thing.
It's definitely a thing. No doubt about it. Let's give away tickets. We've got winners. We got interrupted by action on the final table. Josh, I asked you how many chips will Nick Eastwood have at the end of day 3, starting them with the third day with 200 and something K in the main event. What is your answer and how did you come up with it?
Well, I hope Nick ends the day with 0 chips. However, we can't always get what we want.
Beautiful.
We can't always get what we want. And what I think is this. I think he's going to win. He's going to finish with 540,000 chips. He's starting the day with 280,000. And I think he's going to go the whole day playing pretty tight and winning lots of small pots, taking him through and getting into the money for day 4 with a healthy stack of around 90 big blinds.
Wow. Some solid faith in Nick Eastwood. Don't worry, I won't tell him.
Yeah.
he's gonna play the perfect day 3 and slowly chip up and be in great spot in the main event. That would be very exciting for everyone at 888, apart from Josh, obviously, and apart from Ian and Vivi. You're also nice. We got winners. Very well done to GTO Jamas, who said 530K. You've won a $109 ticket. Very close. Well played. You read Josh Manning like a book, but not quite as well as Murph 9993. Murph said 540K.
Congratulations.
On the money.
Uh-oh, Nick, you've made a mistake with the winners.
How?
If you read down in the chats.
Oh, I suck so badly.
Yeah,
GTO Jamas. Okay. Relax, everyone. GTO Jamas does win thanks to my incompetence. You owe me a beverage for my incompetence, which is the exact opposite of how my wife views the world. I owe her so much daily. Our other winner is Seracan480, who said 534. So well done. Serakan, GTO Jamas, and Murph. If you're not one of those people and you think, oh no, Nick's messed up again, there's one less ticket, you've still got $209 tickets you can win. Relax.
I can't believe we just gave away a pity ticket because you got it wrong.
It's an admin ticket, isn't it? It's like,
admin ticket, yeah.
I wouldn't have, but Hayden calls the shots, and he's a much fairer man than me, luckily. All very good guesses, anyway. It does not all go to pot without tuck. It gets slightly more disorganized, all right? That's the worst we can say.
Yeah, I can't believe Tuck's the one that actually keeps it together out of you two, because I would have thought it would be you that keeps it together, but...
I know. I've got this like face and manner that I'm competent, and actually, just not remotely. If you're just joining us late, unfortunately, David couldn't be with us today. He found a flock of geese in his front yard just before we were about to go live on air. Panicked message, and Josh stepped in at the last minute. So massive thanks to Josh.
All good. Always happy to like step in at the last minute every time Tuck has a last minute geese problem.
He should do something. He should do like, I don't know, get some sort of massive net over his house. Something, I don't know. It's very annoying.
Wait, look at this. Is Alex Megakill going to do it again? I reckon he's going to do it again.
Do you think?
I don't think he's taking any crap from this guy at all.
It would be amazing.
He's 3-bet with 10-4. He's going to have to take a stand. He doesn't know this. But yeah, he's done it. Look at this guy. He's a legend. A legend.
Wow. That's called backing your read. He's like this. He's literally like this guy. He must have played with him before the final table, I think.
Must have just seen that he's a mega reg and chucks in
lots
of bluffs. This is going all in.
And here's where it bites him.
Unless the read is on point here. How on point is the read?
Thing is, we're four-handed, and so obviously sevens beat a lot of Vanilla's, Vader's, like Broadway stuff. It goes through it, and yeah, it does go in. Oh wow! Alex Megakill is Vanilla Vader's Krypton. No, he's not! Redraw!
Wow.
That is an outrageous run out.
That's absolute insanity. Now Vader's my favorite to win, I think, following that.
Yeah, unlucky Alex Megakill. Obviously not unlucky in that particular hand, but the spot was pretty gross given that he played back at him so much. I don't know.
It was a 1-outer versus a 2-outer, apparently.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
Just a roller coaster of emotions for the players involved.
Are you ready for a check raise from Alex Megakill? They don't give up.
Tilty check raise or he's got something here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you almost more tempted to check it back if you're Vader, given the recent history? And like, I'm just going to get check raised off an ace high, which is probably winning. Maybe
play a little pot control for sure. Yeah, I can see that being a thing to do. Oh, they're going to bluff here with 9 high, aren't they?
It's once you get into this mode of playing, once you see players get into this mode of playing, it's very hard to stop. He does dial it down. Good decision.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision. I think they just getting a little bit carried away maybe.
I mean, look, Alex has still got 22 blinds. They're well in this perfectly workable stack.
No, absolutely. It's all to play for still.
So how closely would you follow the main event, Josh? If you were, so obviously in this case, you've got like Nick's in it. If he wasn't in it, how closely would you follow it? Passing interest or avid following or?
So yeah, Nick, I'm a massive poker fan, and I have watched all of the previous like ESPN and all the recordings of the World Series ever since I can remember, like getting into poker.
Nice.
So yeah, I've always watched it. I love the World Series of Poker, and I know all the history behind it, the lore behind it. So I follow it every year. Yeah,
I love it.
So to see one of my friends going deep would be pretty cool. I just want it to be me. Okay. One time, like I've been there twice, and I made day 3 the first time, and I was so close to being in the money, and I got quite unlucky, very close to being in the money, and it still hurts. And that's very frustrating. Yeah, but we'll get back. We'll be back there next year. I couldn't go this year because my girlfriend and I bought a house. We completed pretty much the same week as the World Series was starting. So,
congratulations!
Thank you very much. It's a lovely place. I've moved out of the big what's the word? Metropolis of Brighton, to Worthing, just down the road.
What's Worthing like?
Worthing's like Brighton but smaller and has less. Sorry, I said something very loud in my headphones. There's fewer strange people, I would say.
Parties at the weekend? Because Brighton's like a different town at the weekends, isn't it?
Yeah, Brighton goes, and especially in the summer as well. Brighton's wild because it's like hen do upon hen do. We used to live next to an Airbnb. It slept like 15. It's like a big 4-story house, and there was a hen do every single weekend. It was absolutely.
That's a lot of hens.
Oh my goodness, and it was so annoying as well. We'd always hear the like drunken chat at the end of the night because there was a balcony that was out the back of our bedroom window. So at 4 a.m, you'd hear them just having their domestics. Because there's always some drama. There's so much drama in hen do. But on a stag do, there's never ever been drama I've ever known of. No,
people just get really drunk, tell each other they love each other and fall asleep. Just blokes hugging each other going, I love you, man. Like that. That's my experience anyway.
Exactly, that's what it's like.
And when you played the World Series of Poker, just share for people, because I know a lot of people in chat would love to play and won't have yet, although you should definitely try. It is quite an amazing, the morning, obviously poker morning, whatever it is, midday-ish, of day one is amazing, isn't it? The atmosphere.
It's such an amazing buzz. Like I couldn't believe. First time I was there, I was like in awe. I was so starstruck. Walking down the hallways, and I see so many people I recognized. Like I remember going straight in. The first person I saw was Joe Cadder, and he was one of the like OGs for me when I first started watching poker.
Yeah.
I went to the toilet and Phil Ivey was just at the urinal next to me. I didn't say anything, but it was quite surreal. Didn't want to. That's strange. I didn't want to say anything to him then. But that was like crazy.
Precious memories.
Yeah.
Phil Ivey weeing.
I had some pretty good tables. Like I had some interesting people. I had like Dario Sammartino, if you know him. Super Reg. Felipe Ramos. Played with him a bit. Played some others as well. Matt Giannetti. He was a final tableist in 2011, and no one really knows him, but I just remember how solid he was. And
oh my God, you really know your final tables.
He came third in, I want to say, 2011, if I had to guess.
So what is your favorite year in terms of final table and watching and whatever?
There's so many good years. But for me, I think what's close. So the Greg Merson year was great because it was a really great story. Because he had just overcome addiction and he just came off the back of winning the 10K 6 Max World Series event. And he went straight from that into the World Series main event and he won both bracelets back to back.
Remarkable.
I was so sick. But my favorite final table might actually be, and I don't think many people even remember it very well, but okay, there's two. In terms of poker, it's the 2011 with P.S. Hines as the champion, because that was the era where everyone was like 3-bet, 4-bet, 5-bet, 6-bet, and there was so much action. And there were so many super aggressive people on the final table, so that was cool. But the most memorable and best has got to be Jerry Yang's year. That was the most insane year ever.
Okay, 1 second, Josh. Put a pin in that because we've got a 3-bet and a call here from Captain Crunch. I don't think this is going to go much further, but just interesting that Captain Crunch defended against the 3-bet from Vader.
Very ambitious.
Yeah. Now Vader bets 2 big blinds. Oh, wow. Captain Crunch just stacks off.
Stacks off. I can't believe it. Wow. Okay, this is Vader's. It's got to be Vader's. That was
Vader's.
A total gift.
That is the definition of a punt, I'm afraid, for Captain Crunch. And probably what I was talking about, which is the positive tilt of getting a big stack and thinking like you can dominate everyone. And unfortunately, sometimes you run into hands. He might get knocked out here. Ace Jack obviously ahead. 8 or a 6 would knock him out. No, he survives. Back up to 5 big blinds. But yeah, Josh, what do you think? Just a rush of blood to the head, really.
Yeah, they weren't thinking. They just thought they needed to win that pot, but they didn't think about it. But to be honest, doubling that player up there is actually really great for Vader, because Vader can pile so much pressure onto Alex because those two are so short. So keeping the other two short and having Alex in the mix, Alex has to fold everything. So if those two are in, they really don't mind.
No, you're absolutely right. Definitely not a bad outcome.
Like this will go all in, for example.
Pretty amazing when you got 87 big blinds out of What did the others have? The others have 30 big blinds combined, so that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We could have a fast final table here. Chat, what is your favourite WSOP main event, either champion or final table? We've heard Josh's. What are your favourite WSOP main event champions and final tables?
Someone put Matasal's year, which was when Greg Raymer won, isn't it?
Oh,
I think.
Captain Crunch is all in.
Oh!
A wheel on the turn for Vader.
That's
Any
it.
redraw? No hopes. Captain Crunch meets their nemesis, gets crunched by Vanilla Vader. And Vanilla Vader looks like they're on a one-track mission to win this. Captain Crunch out in fourth. They win.
Nice.
And they were worth 200. That goes in Vader's stack. Captain Crunch won a 1K bounty. They also win $2,975 for fourth. Three-handed.
We've been live 45 minutes and it's down to 300 already.
I know.
And it's not got that much time in it if Vader is on the charge they are. Oh, someone else has come up with a good one. Jonathan Duhamel's year. That was really good because that had the grinder, Michael Mizrahi, on the final table, if you remember. And that was Joseph Chung's breakout year, came third.
Okay, yeah.
That was a really good year. But the particularly massive hand from that was when Duhamel did that insane suck out on Matt Affleck in the final two tables.
The aces.
Aces versus Ezekiel with Jacks, which was like below the board, basically. I can't believe he called that. And like looking back now, it's the biggest punt you've ever seen.
Yeah. It was a huge punt.
Yeah.
Just amazing. But pressure does things to people, obviously, and the pressure of the World Series Poker main event is huge. I do have a soft spot for Jamie Goldgear, I have to say. Had Alan Cunningham at the final table, I think.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Alan, he finished third as well, I think. And he made some seriously good, like, ace-high call as well, I remember.
He was an absolutely sensational player, I thought. For the era, Alan Cunningham seems so talented.
He still plays. I feel like he had a deep run in something last year, actually.
Oh, did he?
I think so. Still going. Still rocking.
Oh, Die Yellow, says Jamie Gold, yeah. Just amazing to go pillar to post as an amateur. Moon Meander is all in. And Binks the 3-5s. That's a neat trick if you can pull it. That's the second time they've done it. They did it with the ace-10.
They did. I don't think they're going to mind either. Sorry, I don't think Vader's going to mind either because, again, same story. They could just pummel both of them. Neither of them want to bust next.
Okay, so this might change things a little bit. In we go. Alex Megakill's going to get it in good. Can he hold? Can the Kings hold? Holding so far, just an ace? No. So
It's back.
Mega Kill never dies. Or something. Final table says Ryan Reese watched the final table but forgot his name. We'll keep it in mind now. Box Waxer says 97 is Stu Unger. Obviously, incredible final table.
Yeah.
There's a brilliant... Go on.
Sorry, I was going to say, that's such a great story.
Such a great story.
Yeah.
There's an amazing article written about 10, 12 years ago, which I think is still available online, which analyzes Stu Unger's play from the point of view of modern poker thinking, which is now no longer modern poker thinking. So even that will now be out of date. But it's just remarkable how good he was. Like, he was so far ahead of his time. They used to say that he, at the end of day one, like, he'd have all of the green 25 chips because he'd just relentlessly be chopping away at his table. And obviously they were so behind the curve in terms of what he was doing and his relentless aggression.
Yeah, just an unbelievable natural talent. Oh, Queen's into the 10-6 it.
Here we go.
Heads up.
And heads up we are. Moon Meander is your third place finisher. They slid free of the noose twice at this final table. But finally, as all have done, they fall to Vader and the power of the dark side. Moon Meander is third for $4,375 plus about $500 in bounties. And we are heads up. And that means we've got more tickets to give away.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, we've got a super fast final. We might be out of here before the first break, Josh.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Would be amazing. I mean, it's almost a little bit too fast. I've got final table interrupt us. I feel like we won't have got everything that we wanted to out. But anyway, we best give away the last two $109 tickets because this has happened so fast. We'll do it via keyword. And the keyword is ready. So in honor of Josh's love of final table lists and the main event, the keyword to win $109 tickets, just type it in chat. The keyword is starstruck. Starstruck in honor of Josh Manley's Phil Ivey toilet meeting. Starstruck. S-T-A-R struck. S-T-A-R struck. Get that in, and you've got an equal and fair chance. It is never rigged against you, although it feels that way, obviously. We want this experience to mirror playing poker. Type in Starstruck, and 2 of you will win $109 tickets.
He was also with someone else who is really famous, but like one of those high stakes mega regs. But they play like private games. British guy, I've forgotten his name. Okay, it'll come to me.
Stephen Chadwick?
No. Someone who plays private games and is very wealthy, but you don't really see them doing anything else.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
You know people. From toilets, unfortunately. No, it's fine. Move on. Alex Moses says Sam Trickett.
No.
You would definitely know. Sam Trickett plays a lot of tournaments, though.
If anyone knows the year that it was... Oh, who's the really annoying guy who was like chatting his mouth off? British guy. I've forgotten his name.
Will Kassouf.
Will Kassouf. So the year Will Kassouf had his deep run, he was on a table with Clip, Josephine, and this other English kid. He looks like a child, but he's like a high-stakes super reg. It was with him.
Oh, chat will get it.
Yeah, chat will get it.
They're good at these general poker knowledge questions. Vader makes aces up, bets it and wins, and enjoys a, let's say, 3.5 to 1 chip lead over Alex Baker. We've seen how quickly these heads-up battles can reverse, of course. These two have been going at it, haven't they? Since this has been the story of the final table, really, these two battling. Do you remember Alex Megakill's King 10 4-bet shove early on? That was quite something.
It's only right that there's these two at the very end, I think, and they get to battle it out for the title.
We've got shouts of Charlie Carell and Luke Schwartz. I'll bet it's neither of them.
It is not. I can't remember his name, but I'll find out. Just not now.
Great note from Hayden. Remarkably, Alex has got this far without a single bounty.
What?
Do not have a single bounty to their name. That's actually quite tricky to do.
My goodness. Yeah, how have they done that? So, if they lose, heads up, they have 0 bounties and finish second.
And finish second, yeah. Very unusual.
Maybe they're quite risk averse.
Or maybe they're so... Well, we've watched them play. Maybe they're so bluffy that they just win all their money without showdown and... Don't know. Never knock anyone out. Get your star charts in. Last call for your $109 ticket keyword giveaway. 2 people are going to win those big boy tickets. We want it to be you.
I hope Josh wasn't literally struck by Phil Ivey at a urinal. No. He did look like he hadn't slept in about a week, though.
Story checks out.
Yeah. Don't know how you find the stamina to just sit there and play these games.
Well, I think a few people that play poker are not wired like the rest of the population. Oh, look at this. Ace Queen versus Ace 9.
This could be it. This is going to be it. This could, well, might not be, but it could be.
Ace 9 needs to get lucky here. Alex Megahill on the line, tournament on the line, and Ace Queen holds. And Vanilla Vader has just steamrolled this final table to a victory that always looked inevitable. Basically, the only blow they took was from Alex very, very early on when they had to fold that 3-bet. And then ever since, everything's gone their way. Obviously, we also know a very good player, as Josh shouted up earlier, the highest average buy-in of the final table. So the class has risen to the top here, and Vanilla Vader takes a couple more bounties. They win the tournament and $8,000 for first, and Alex Megakill takes home $6,000 for second without winning a bounty. Josh, this was the fastest final table.
Is it ever?
It's one of. It's the first time. It's the first time this year we haven't reached the first break. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry for your lack of value for your no money that you've paid to be here.
This is the perfect amount of time for me. 1 hour, solid, good chat. Like, we didn't get any like awkward lulls. There would be that in the second half, and I don't want that to happen because that's why the
conversation might have circled back to Nick Eastwood. It would have been awful.
Yeah.
Hayden saying the fastest ever was 43 minutes. Wow.
Okay.
That's very short. Right, we've got business to attend to. We've got more giveaways that have to happen. Josh Manley, you're going to see the Wheel of Poker Justice in a minute. Get excited. But first, our Starstruck giveaways. You're now stars yourselves. And I'm talking about Sokol 537. Sokol, you've won a $109 ticket. Enjoy on us. Have fun. Turn it into lots of money. Same to you, Marks141, our fifth winner of the $109 final total. Congratulations to both of you. If you didn't win this week, don't worry. There'll be lots more giveaways on the channel with our other streamers, 8 o'clock every night here on 888. And we'll be back for another Magic Monday next week, where we'll have more $109 tickets. Now, if you've watched the show before, you'll know you need to be on the Poker Wheel of Justice. If you've never seen this before and you don't know what I'm talking about, this is going to be an education for you. And not only that, the greatest 3 minutes of poker entertainment you can have this week. Yes, that includes the World Series of Poker main event. Not even close. It's the Poker Wheel of Justice. To be on the Poker Wheel of Justice, you just need to redeem 4,000 Twitch points, which you get by watching the channel and interacting and all that good stuff. Not that difficult to do. Josh, have you spun the Wheel of Justice with us before?
I have spun the Wheel of Justice several times, actually.
It's quite the thing, isn't it?
It is quite the thing. It's very, very exciting. I'm afraid.
Go on.
Sorry, I was afraid to say I don't have one of those sirens.
That's good.
No.
It's really, really good. David Tubman usually brings the siren. He couldn't be with us tonight because his car exploded. Everyone's fine. Yeah, but he has to take that in and get it sorted. He'll be back with us next week. However, just a quick question before we spin it. Which is the bigger thrill? The first time you played the World Series of Poker main event day one, or the first time you spun the Wheel of Poker Justice here on Magic Monday?
Wheel of Poker Justice hands down. No arguments.
Exactly. And for getting the answer correct, I'll let you kick us off by saying the immortal words.
What? Spin that wheel?
Yes! See how fast she turns. It will land on a poker player. It's a poker player that's been good this week. If you've been bad this week, you've got no hope. Don't even think about it. You must be in chat to win. And potentially not distressed at all is Distressed Clown with a $109 ticket if they're in the chat.
Congratulations, Distressed Clown, if you're in the chat.
Otherwise, huge commiserations.
Uh-oh.
As Ex-Merciless says, harder to win the wheel than a WSOP bracelet. Absolutely true. We only spin this once a week. They give away 8 of those things every hour.
Oh dear, what are they?
And he shouts, Distress Clown, it's looking bad. Here's your countdown. Increase the distress. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maximum
You're
distress. No good. Good for everybody else. Respin the Wheel of Poker Justice.
Spin that wheel.
See, the actual poker took 53 minutes, but finding 2 winners on this is going to take an hour and a half. Count your chickens. It's Brent.
Well done, Brent.
Brent BB, quite often here, hopefully here. Brent BB, BB Brent, BB Brent BB.
Where are they?
Be in chat and win. Don't be in chat and you're a loser. No offense. It's like the ultimate loser because you did have a massive positive and actually we've got massive negatives. It's looking bad for Brent BB. Okay, Brent, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brent's died. Yeah, Andy, you're absolutely right. Pretty sick. They are both regulars. They haven't turned up when they need to, though. Josh, say the words.
Spin that wheel.
Let's see her whiz around and give someone glory. And I'm running out of stamina, to be honest. How many? No, it's fine. We're fine. We've got at least 5 or 6 more spins in us.
This player is definitely here.
It's Piano Cats.
Got to be.
In between Pedro and Play Aquila. That's like a regular fest.
Got to be.
Of the wheel.
If Piano Cat's not here, I'll eat my hat. I'll eat my shoe.
I'll eat a whole Piano Cat.
Oh my goodness, she's not here.
Is she really not here?
Oh my goodness, no way. She's always here. She's here!
Yes! Didn't this happen before, Piano Cat? Didn't you miss a win? Or am I making that up? Anyway, yay! Piano Cat is a winner. Did that happen before, chat? Or was that somebody else? It was, we've only got 6 lady viewers, so I tend to remember lady viewers. Yes, it did. Yeah, okay. Well, we've made amends somehow. We got one more to give away. Last giveaway of the night. Spin the wheel. Let's find our last winner.
Spin that wheel.
The Wheel of Poker Justice. Seeking out good poker players. One of the hardest missions on the planet, and yet it does it every week. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Torian Kadera, I don't know you, but I'd like to. Torian Kadera, are you in the chat?
Tori Kadera is always there as well. Tori Kadera is a regular. There they are.
There they are. Torian, you are our last winner. Congratulations. You won a $109 ticket. You join our other winners in Winner's Circle. You get to play a big tournament like the Mystery Bounty main event on Sunday. We hope you all spin them up into hundreds, thousands of dollars. That was a super fast Magic Monday as we close out on the hour mark. Josh, have you had fun, even if it was fast?
I've had a lot of fun, and especially because it was fast. So I'm very happy.
You're in, you're out. Everyone's happy. No complaints.
Exactly. I fulfilled my duties, and I got to hang out with you for an hour, which is lovely, and a good final table too. So it's been great. I look forward to the next time.
Excellent. Hopefully, David Tuckman will have his legal troubles, his automotive troubles, and his wildlife troubles cleared up, and he'll be back with us next week. You can enjoy him on the World Series of Poker broadcast, doing a great job. We're going to try not to have too much main event FOMO, but I'm sure you'll join all of us in wishing our 888 team members well. Even Nick Eastwood, I'll do it, even if Josh won't. We hope they do fantastically well. Thank you so much to Josh for stepping in this week. Thanks to Hayden for producing and running everything so smoothly. I'm Nick Wealthall. I'll see you next Magic Monday. Take it easy. Have a great week.
Thanks, everyone.